All right, everybody. Pat Shaw from the Combat Chain here, live with a last minute stream. We have a Clout Chasers game coming on for us. Apologize if there's some volume issues. We are just rolling by the seat of our pants here. We do have, this is a Prism versus Oldham matchup here. I believe this is the last match of the series. We do have Jody Burney for the Clout Chasers on Prism and Christian Heilman for Darkside Games. And we have, looks like Oldham started. Prism looks like coming in with a passing Mirage. We see Oldham pitch coming in with a warm hammer. Looks like an easy block. And we have a Genesis on the field. Oldham Arsenals. Prism creates a spectral shield, puts Parable into Soul. We got two spectral shields on Prism's side. And it looks like all three auras are attacking Oldham. Oldham taking all three. Let's see what Oldham's got. We're pitching a Winter's Bite, blue pitch. Ooh, Rouse the Ancients, revealing an Autumn's Touch, and a Macho Grande. That should be plenty. So it looks like Rouse the Ancients coming in for 7-go again. Prism taking 5. Letting Shield soak up 2. Followed by a hammer, a warm hammer again. Ooh, warm hammer targeting Genesis. And there's another Genesis from Prism and a Spectral Shield. Very exciting. See Oldham doing some thinking. Cursors are really having it out with one another. Well, we see the tunic being used to activate Crown. Oldham's got a 5-card hand. Prism ends the turn, draws up. Traditionally, this matchup is pretty tough for Oldham. It'll be interesting to see as the game progresses how that turns out. Oldham pitches Macho Grande, coming in with a Command and Conquer, floating 1. How much does Prism love his arsenal? Prism thinking for a couple minutes. It looks like he's going to take it. Taking 5. Shield's going to soak 1. Loses a War-Tune Blue, it looks like. Ooh. We do have a pummel following up. That looked a little late. We got a Parable and Soul. We're creating a shield. Genesis putting in some work here. We do thank the Combat Chain. Thanks everybody for tuning in. This is a last second opportunity here to get streaming. Like I said, holding on by the seat of my pants here. Eager to cast some Fab competitive team league action. Happy to provide you the commentary and the footage here. We do have Prism attacking with a Spectral Shield for 1. And flashes in a Merciful Retribution. We do have Oldham sitting at 34, Prism 27. Prism using the Tunic resource and 1 floating to create a Spectral Shield. And that's going to come in for another 1. Prism's going to wrap up their turn, draw up, back to Oldham. We see a pitch. Time Skippers online. Time Skippers pay 3, destroy Time Skippers, gain 2 action points. Oldham is at 2 here. You can probably expect an attack and a hammer to targeting the Merciful Retribution, followed by the Genesis. We see a pitch. We see an Autumn's Touch come through, targeting Merciful Retribution. Merciful pings him for 1. And we see a Frosty Hammer targeting Genesis. Time Skipper's putting in work. Prism left with just the shields. You gotta like that turn by Oldham, clearing the board, keeping Prism from establishing that overwhelming board state. We see Prism pitching 2, creating the Merciful Retribution, enabling go again, attacking with the auras. Looks like Oldham pitched to block 1 and then use a Frosted defensive reaction. We see him pitch an ice card. When an ice card is pitched this way, the attacking hero puts a card from their hand on top of their deck. And we see Terra Sunder blocking another one of those attacks. Cards coming out of Oldham's hand. Crater Fist, interesting decision to commit to those blocks. Wondering what's going through. Yep, threw his weapon into the bin. Easy mistake on TTS. And we see a Frosty Hammer targeting Merciful Retribution. Oh, Oldham preserves some life and takes out the auras, arsenal, and pass back to Prism. Prism with a 4-card hand. He's got 2 shields. Attacks with the shield. He does have cards in soul. I would look to see a instant speed pitch here, either to create another shield. Yep, there it is. Creates a 3rd shield. Gives the attacking shield go again in the process. We see Oldham pitching a Terra Sunder. Using 1 pitch. To activate Crown. It looks like 1 for Ram's Head. Shields coming from everywhere. Prismatic Shield, the source of that. Those are a lot of shields, folks. Yep, puts his whole army of spectral shields. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 shields on the board. Oldham at 28. Prism at 27. We see Oldham pitching 2 blues. Floating 1, coming in with a blue disable for 7. And an unmovable from Arsenal. That is an 8 block. Don't have to worry about a pummel here. I don't want to speak too soon. We do have a Tunic resource and 1 float. He could go over the top here. Oh, we see the resource. What do we got? We got the pummel. Yellow pummel, adding +3 for a total of 10. Taking 2 shields out. Clearing out some real estate. Of course, the problem being for Oldham, that's a lot of cards to take out 2 shields and no life. Ooh, and we have a Miraging Metamorph in response from Prism. Don't have to worry about... Nope, it would pop. I believe it would create a shield. It doesn't say non-token. So, Prism coming in. Oh gosh. Sorry. Hit the wrong button. Had the Miraging Metamorph. Looks like we're coming in with the shield. Oldham with Blizzard. Prism happy to pitch. And Oldham takes the rest of it down to 23. Tunic to 1. Oldham pitches. Hammer for 4, no frost. See what Prism does here. Imagine Prism wants to block, maintain those shields. There's a 3. Yep, take out a shield, no damage. Oldham arsenals and passes. Oldham might be in some trouble here. He needs to start taking out those shields. That's like having 4 Kodachis on the board, and every turn those shields are maintained. You're gonna see them go again and ping for 4, and likely another attack of some sort, either through a creation of a additional aura, or you're gonna see a herald come through. This adds up really quick. Ooh, thank you, Milo. Let's see if I can fix that. I'm going to turn up my mic a little bit. Maybe a lot of bit. Chad, if you're listening, let me know if my volume is at an acceptable level. Thank you for letting me know. This is Jody's match. This is Jody Burney versus Christian. Christian's last name escapes me, but is Clout Chasers versus Dark Side Games. And we see another Prismatic Shield. I believe that's the 3rd one played today. Oh, 2nd one. But those shields just coming from everywhere. It's like a colony of shield ants. It's invading the board. They all got go again. Yep. Here's my yellow pitch. Everything's got go again. Kodachi for 1. Max, I can't see their hands. Can you see what's on the board? We do have Oldham. Can't even see the board. Oh boy. Well, I'll tell you what, there's not much going on other than shields, and we do have an Enlightened Strike coming from Oldham for 5. I imagine he chose go again. Not quite sure what's going on, but I'll try to paint an elaborate picture for you. Oldham has a card in arsenal, 2 cards in hand, is attacking with an enlightened strike for 5. Prism has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spectral shields. He has 1 card in soul, a card in arsenal, 4 cards in hand. My stream is frozen. Me neither, chat. Apologies for the inconvenience. Wonder if shifting the view might help. Very interesting. How's that? Rookie mistake from the streamer. We captured a window. We did not capture the actual footage. We just took a picture and put it up. All right. We got there. There is something, window capture is something completely different. All right, Oldham pitches a blue, coming in with an Oakenold, no fuse. It's wild. Chat, it is a party. It's crazy. Prism's at 27. Shields everywhere. I don't even know where they're coming from. Even Oldham's pitching to create shields. Oldham's at 16. Prism's at 27. Prism's got most of his armor, all of his armor, and is attacking with a shield. He's got a card in hand, card in arsenal. No go again currently, but I bet you can figure out what he's going to do. Looks like he'll probably pitch to create another shield and give it go again. Oldham thinking what he's going to do on the defense. Oldham really needs to break through these shields somehow. Looks like he's got to get a couple big attacks chained together to really clear out the board. This is kind of the turn to do it. Prism's only got 1 card in hand. Oh, never mind. He just drew up. Thought they passed. Oldham was still thinking about taking one last point of day, or maybe he just took the 1, and they said go. But now it's back to Oldham. What are we going to see from the Guardian here? There's an Oakenold. Pitching an ice. No fuse. Coming for 7. Apologize for the technical difficulties. Earlier, looks like we're on top of it now. We do have a very interesting game of Oldham versus Prism. And Prism not giving up those shields. We're going to see a block with a Herald. And looks like he tried a Skull Cap, but he's already got one on it. And he's clearly above life. We might be looking at taking a second card out of hand. Oh, he's going to let some... Oh. We're going to see another pummel. Another pummel. This one is a yellow. Another yellow pummel. So it looks like a 3 block, taking 4 plus 3 is 7. Let's see if Prism's got a defensive reaction. Prism has loved having those shields on board. I think if he's got something to preserve them, he will use it. It looks like he's taking it. Those shields are off the board. That is a game changer for Oldham. Real estate is clear. Prism's got 2 cards in hand. 1 in arsenal. A healthy life total. And a library comes out. We got the library online. Great library, Saldana. A lot of words to it at the beginning of each end phase. If a hero has 2 or more cards with yellow color strips in their pitch zone, they gain +1 intellect until end of turn. As an action, you can discard 2 cards with yellow color stripes and destroy Great Libraries of Solana. Any hero may activate this ability. We've got a lead the charge blue. We have a blue pitch. We've got an Oakenhold. Oh! We have a fused Oakenhold. He gains the action point. What a turn of events this is. This is exactly what Oldham needed to see right here. Fused Oakenhold gets +2 dominate. If it hits a hero, they put 2 random cards from their hand on the bottom of the deck in any order. And we're going to see the armor come out potentially. Yeah, everyone's looking at the library. What the hell does this do? Can I use it? It's pretty. Does that look like a code foil? The Ironhide comes out. He's got a pitch to turn it on. Prism pitches a Piercing Reality floating 2, turning on the Ironhide Gauntlet. And a Soul Shield. Oh, he's going to pitch 2. He's going to create a shield. Oh, he's going to use the 2 for the Soul Shield, and he'll pitch another for the Spectral Shield. I believe that's a 9 total. 6, 2, 8, prevent 1. That's a solid block. And a Frosty Hammer coming in after the Oakenhold. Taking 1, creating a Frostbite. You can see why Prism is just so good in this matchup here. That was likely Oldham's one of Oldham's best shots to really bounce back in this game, and you saw Prism just nullify all of that, get a frostbite, and that is it. We do have a great matchup tonight. Clout Chasers, Dark Side Games. Believe this is the last game of the series. Have no idea what the record is going in. Have no idea of the stakes. Every game is important here on the Flesh and Blood Competitive Team League. Well, isn't that interesting? If this is a 2-2 series tied up, this is the deciding game. We just ramped this up to 11, folks. This is for all the marbles. We got an Autumn Touch coming in. Coming in for 6. Prism thinking. There's blocks 3. Oh, we see a pitch. We're going to see pummel. We've been seeing pummels all over the place from Oldham. And this is a red pummel. Let's see if he's got that reaction. Doesn't look like it. Going to the life counter. Taking 6. He's going to discard a card. Oldham has been a pummeling machine. We have seen 1, 2, 3, 4 pummels used so far today. Oldham looking for that disruption. We are in Game 5 of a 2-2 series between the Clout Chasers and Dark Side Games. No pressure is right. This is... I hope no one told Jody. We see Prism creating a shield. Taking 1. We see a pitch, and an Ode to Wrath is created. Got to imagine that was at instant speed. To make that shield attack for 2. And a follow-up. We see a crown activation, preventing 1, and looks like Ram's Head and Crown combining to block the last 2 from Ode to Wrath. Prism only drawing 4, though. Library's been out for a couple turns now. Hasn't really provided much additional advantage here. We do see 1 yellow pitch by Oldham coming in with a Zealous Belting. Does have go again. We are seeing looks like Soul Shield blocked the Zealous Belting and a hammer coming in to take out the Ode to Wrath. Prism's turn, shield coming in for 1. A pitch, shield created, giving the shield go again. And a shimmers. Prism draws 4, back to Oldham. Oldham tunic to 1. Yeah, Max, wasn't sure on the timing there. Kind of hard to tell when it's when you can't hear what's going on. But I mean, if he's declaring the attack with the aura crowning as an instant and then declaring a block with the resource floating, I think it still works. We see a blue pitch and a frosty hammer. Taunting the frostbite token over at Prism. Did he take the one? I think he took one from the... I'm not sure. We see a healthy block here on the hammer. And it looks like an overblock. Gotta imagine he was respecting the pummel there. He wants to keep his shields. Yeah, Chad, if there's anything I've learned streaming these last few games here, it is kind of tough. There's a lot of, the players can definitely shortcut. Ooh, we see an unintentional extra draw. As I was saying, the players tend to, we're going to banish the top 2 cards. Oldham player accidentally drew too many. Put them on top. Looks like they're saying they'll banish the top 2. As we know, there's a lot of conversations that happen during these games we're not privy to. The actions may look shortcutted, but I'm sure they're declaring their attacks and going through their phases, making sure everything makes sense to each other as they play. And they won't catch everything. No plays 100%, as you just saw here. Oldham losing 2 cards from his deck because he overdrew. TTS, of course, has the shortcuts. You can press the number to draw the cards. Looks like he pressed 4, should have pressed 2, came up with 6. Late in the game, costly error, losing 2 cards. Ooh, Spinal Crush, Winter's Bite. Oldham looking at what he's got here. There's 2 shimmers of silver on the board. Very dangerous proposition along with 2 shields. Shimmers of silver, usually a mandatory remove from the board. There's 2 of them. We've got Prism versus Oldham, 18-14. Prism's got a library on the table. Hasn't been able to really fully utilize it. Prism with 2 shimmers of silver, 2 spectral shields on the board. Oldham's up, just lost 2 cards from an extra draw. Still has five cards with the 1 in arsenal. This late in the game, the decisions become that much more difficult. Oldham's got to weigh the importance of taking out these auras that can generate damage and value over time for Prism, but also be able to actually deal damage, finish off the game here. It's a party here on the combat chain. Last minute stream. If you want to share the link out while you're watching, by all means, invite your family, invite your friends, tell them all about Pat and Adam's channel, the Combat Chain. You can see all our previous streams for the Flesh and Blood Combat Competitive Team League on the channel. Please like and subscribe. Oldham really taking the time to contemplate his whole life here, seeing what he needs to do to clear the board and maintain some tempo here against Prism. Oldham has come packing, looks like a full suite of pummels. We look in the graveyard. He has already played 1, 2, 3, 4 pummels this game. 2 Oakenolds along with that. One of them fused. One of them was a vanilla one. All sorts of attacks trying to get through. Truly the grandfather of eternity. We see some dice rolling. Waiting on a judge. We do have a judge call in the game. That's why action is stalled. Let's see. Does appear we are waiting on a judge. We're going to see if we can get one. The judge call has been sent out. The judge signal, so to speak, waiting on a response. Chad, if there's a judge in the house and they're involved with the Flesh and Blood Competitive Team League, feel free to pop onto the voice chat table to assist with a ruling. Chad, I don't know the content. I don't know the context of the judge question. The head judge has been pinged. It does look like the head judge is on. I am eavesdropping on the call. The judge call is in reference to the extra cards being drawn. All right, the judge is talking to the players right now. We do know that it is in reference to the cards being drawn. They are talking about it. Judges giving them a few options. Looks like they're going to attempt to rewind time. Ooh. Ooh. Chat, not quite sure what's happening with the. Oh, I believe I believe they were literally rewinding time.
Okay, so now you have to draw your two, and then put your top two on the bottom. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Zach. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
And
Your shimmer.
yeah, I just don't know if I tuned it already. Need to.
All right, I believe that the resolution to the judge call was to rewind time and put the two cards in question, on the bottom of the deck. So Oldham has drawn up. Travis, I believe one of the questions was the rules enforcement level. If this was a professional enforcement rules level, you would be correct. But I believe the judge stated that guidelines on the enforcement level hadn't been that specific, so they came to that resolution, and that looks like what they're doing and moving forward with the game. We do have the continuation of the game happening here. Chat, yeah, I'm, not sure. It looks like they came to an amicable resolution and are moving forward. We do have a pitch. We have a spinal crush. Spinal crush coming in for 9. Crush effect if you deal 4 or more. No go again. Can't loses and can't gain go again during their next action phase. Some controversy afoot in the deciding game of a 5-game series. Cloud Chasers Dark Side, both 2-2 in the series. Prism up 18-14 against Oldham for all the marbles. And we've got a 6 block and an unmovable. I think that did come from Arsenal. He was respecting the pummel. The pummel came. Oldham just not able to get over the top on Prism in this game. Shimmer's coming in for 2. We do see a Frosty Hammer taking out Shimmer's number 1. Chad, I'm not entirely sure. I do know that it's either professional or casual. I don't think that this is professional level. I haven't seen any IP penalties or things of that nature. Would be consistent with other events run outside of calling and nationals. Oh, funky thing is happening again. Well, not sure what happened there. Looks like another funky card thing. Shimmer's coming in. Yep, they did. They rewound time again. We got all sorts of mayhem happening here. Cursors are frantically pointing at one another. We have a blue pitch. I believe the blue pitch was to, as a defense reaction, it was a pulse of Eisenloff, which would trigger both. It looks like as an instant, they responded with Merciful Retribution. Did put a card on top and likely prevented two, but did give the shields go against. The auras should still be smacking Oldham around now. Prism laying out his auras. Attacking with Merciful for one. Oldham with a pitch. Looks like a Crown of Seeds activation. Spectral Shield, blocked with the Ram's Head. And then taking one. Oldham down to 13. Prism draws up. Oldham 3 cards in hand to start his turn. Oldham's got some decisions to make here. Hasn't been able to get Prism's board clear for any long amount of time. He was able to clear out some shields and auras, but his follow-up attack was pretty soundly blocked, eliminating really the advantage at that point. We do have a Winter's Bite on the board. Discord or pay 1. Prism's decided to pitch, and we have a hammer coming at Shimmers. Oldham taking one because of Merciful Retribution, arsenaling, and passing. Prism up. And that, I believe, is his second or third prismatic shield. Oh, yeah. Prismatic shield coming in big this game, creating a total of 9 shields. We see a pitch. Pitching in Genesis, coming in with a Herald for 5 with Go Again. Blocking 3. Oh. Not sure what that... looks like he pitched a Herald. Not quite sure the timing on that. Looks like he was going to create a shield from that. All the shields, all the auras got go again. Thank you, chat. Regaining the action point. You're correct. Macho, Pop Phantasm. Got the action point back. Created the shield. That's the part I was missing. Thank you very much. Now the shield's coming in hot. Oldham's got an defense reaction, the earth preventing next 2 damage. Shield still coming in. Oldham down to 8. Prism with a overwhelming looking board state. Up 10 points of life to Oldham's 8. Oldham taking out the Merciful Retribution, targeting it with the hammer. Goes into Prism's Soul. Still has 6 shields on board. We're going to see a Herald of Triumph come in for 6 with go again. Cranial Crush comes in. That's an 8, so it does pop Phantasm. I would imagine that he's regaining his action point again from Phantasmal Footsteps. And we're going to see Crown activation. Oldham really just trying to figure out how to stay alive here. Death by 1,000 cuts, as it would seem. Yep, down to some inefficient blocking here. Frostfang coming in to take out a shield. Shields coming in from all over the place. Wartune Herald coming in. Looks like we're getting close to the end here. E-striking a channel like Frigid, blocking the Wartune Herald. Prism up 18-4. Has got 6 shields on board. And I believe for the first time this game gets the extra card from the library. Hell of a time for that to come into play. And there's the Ode. And that appears to be it. Oh boy. Not quite sure what happened there. Just speculating. That felt like a rage quit. I'm all sorts of locked out of here. All right. Well, we're going to close that up. Not quite sure what that was about. But yeah, let's see. You're going to look at a black screen for a second here. While that's a black screen, I'd like you thank you all for joining me on this incredibly last-second stream of the deciding game between the Clout Chasers and the and Darkside Games. Jody Burney taking it. And let's see if I can get... Hold on a second, folks. Oh, it's really not going to let me. Oh, man. It's been a day. Here we go. Hey, everybody. Okay. Wow. Well, we just saw the deciding match between the Clout Chasers and Darkside Games. Prism looked like took that pretty handily at the end. Ode to Wrath really sealing the deal there. Potential rage quit from the opponent there. Emotions high, controversy all around. Just want to thank you for joining us. Like, subscribe. We got a Patreon. We got a Discord. Come on by. We're a bunch of fun. I talk about all sorts of crap. We do have our latest episode of the podcast coming out shortly. We recorded the other night. Adam's the brains behind the operations on that end. So he's going to come up. Yeah, intrigue. Yeah, very interesting. That's the first judge call I've seen in a bit. It was pretty controversial, right? The player drew extra cards. How that got resolved. It looks like everybody, including the judge, decided to put those cards on the bottom. That might have been the start of the tension in the game there. Emotions can run high when that stuff happens. But as long as everybody was amicable about that decision, it is what it is. But I think that is going to wrap it up. Again, like, subscribe, come on down to our Discord. We have a Patreon. Support the channel, and we will be, we'll be coming up soon. I don't know when the next. I believe that was, we're coming up on the tail end of week 3 here. Week 4 will be coming up shortly. Those matches will be out. We'll focus mostly on, of course, Adam's team is the West Coast, Best Coast, so we feature a lot of those games on there. We have a good relationship with the Clout Chasers, so as many games as we can get on there. We're looking for opportunities to stream as many games as we can. Adam and I really dig this. It's fun. It's fun to do. So if you are a part of the competitive league and you don't have someone streaming, by all means, reach out to either myself or Adam on Discord or social media. You can find us at FABTL TCG for Adam and at Pat Smashgood for myself and at the Combat Chain. So all right, guys. Hey, that was fun. I'm interested to see if there's any aftermath that comes from that match. But all right, guys. I'm gonna sign off. Thanks again for joining us, and I'll catch you next time.